Scale drawings. This is the Thanksgiving version. So it starts with a definition of what a scale drawing is, and then it gives the students some vocabulary. So they're going to need this vocabulary on the final slide. So they might want to refer back to slide 3. Slide 4, students are going to be creating their own scale drawings. So this one, they have a scale factor of 2, and it starts with a simple rectangle. So if there's a scale factor of 2, then the sides are going to be multiplied by 2. So instead of a 2 by 3 rectangle, it will now be a 4 by 6. So what they do is they just click in one of the squares, they click and hold, and then they highlight what they want to color in. And they can only do a rectangle at a time. So they highlight what they want to color in. They come up to the fill color feature here, and they can choose any color they want. Now, before they leave this slide, we want them to look at perimeter. So the perimeter of the smaller figure, if they count around the outside, they will get 10 units. If they count around the outside of the larger figure, they're going to get 20 units. So we want them to understand that what happens to the perimeter when it's scaled up by a scale factor of 2, the perimeter is just multiplied by 2. Next slide is just a little bit different figure. So this time they're scaling up by a scale factor of 3. So each side is going to be multiplied by 3. Again, they can only do a rectangle at a time. Let's see, I can do it a little bit longer. And the fill color feature, they can choose any color they want. And now they have a scaled up figure. So that if they look at the perimeter, the smaller figure, it's again 10. The larger figure is going to be 30 if they count around the outside. So you want them to notice that the scale factor is 3, the perimeter you will multiply by 3. The next one, they just have a little bit different figure with a scale factor of 3, and again, they're going to look at the perimeter. At this point, they might be able to guess what the new perimeter is. And then just a review on slide 7, when the scale factor is 2, the perimeter of the new figure is 2 times the perimeter of the smaller figure. If the scale factor is 3, the perimeter will be 3 times the perimeter of the smaller figure. So they just have to type in 2 and 3. Now the next slide, we're going to be looking at a scale factor of 1/2. So when a scale factor is a fraction less than 1, then the figure is going to be smaller. So in this case, if it's a scale factor of 1/2, they're going to take each side and divide by 2. And I'll have to do it a few different times. Okay, and then they have their scaled down figure. The next one, they're not going to be using the fill color feature. They're going to be using these bars. So they have an arrow. You might want to do this with the students, a little bit tricky. So if the scale factor is 1/2, then you're going to divide each side by 2. So this bottom section, this is where you want to start, is now going to be 2 units. So you click and hold on one of the bars. These little blue circles, you can click and hold, and you can move them where you want. So each side is going to be divided by 2. These little sections are going to be 1. You might want to straighten it all out at the end when you're done. Two divided by 2 would be 1. And then to get that arrow at the top, what you want to do is you want to count from the bottom. So here on this figure, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. If you divide by 2, this one will be 4 units to that peak of the arrow. So all you need to do is move your line to that point and then just connect. So that's why you want to do this one last. And students might want to take some time playing with this and learning how this works. So now you have a scaled down figure with a scale factor of 1/2. Now the next couple slides, you're going to be looking at area. So this is a pretty simple figure. You have a 3 by 3, so it's now going to be 6 by 6. And if you look at the area, so we have a 6 by 6. It's a little bit different with the area. So the area of this figure is 9 square units. The area of this figure is 36 square units. If you look at the difference, it's times 4. So it would be the scale factor squared. 2 to the second power is 4. So you just multiply the smaller area times 4. It's the scale factor squared. Same thing on the next figure. They scale up by a scale factor of 3. The area of the smaller figure is going to be 3 square units. And the larger figure is going to be 27 square units. So that if you look at the smaller area and the larger area, you're going to multiply by 3 to the second power, or 3 squared, which would be 9. So you multiply by 9. And then just to review, when the scale factor is 2, we just type it in. The area of the new figure is 2 to the second power, or 4 times the area of the smaller figure. When the scale factor is 3, the area of the new figure is 3 squared, or 9 times the area of the smaller figure. The final slide goes back to the vocabulary. So they're just going to click and hold on the edge of these terms, put them in the correct place in the sentence frames. So that is scale factor, scale drawings, the Thanksgiving version.